Alright, I'm going to address a question I just got in the comments. I was just thinking about it and I thought might want to make a quick video about it. Anyway, the question was, is the Super C the first RV I've ever owned? What other RVs have you owned and would I recommend the Super C? Well, first off, yes, I'll recommend the Super C. I like it. It also depends on about a million other factors what RV you choose. Literally, where you are in your life, what stage you are, whether you have toys, how much you travel around, whether you have family. So generally, a big RV like a Super C is built and focused on retirees. Really, there's a bed in the back and a bed up front over the top of the cab, and the rest of the RV is set up just for chairs. I mean, it's grandkids could sleep on my table bed, or grandkids under 5 feet tall could sleep on the little fold-out couch I've got. So with that being said, it's got a nice big king bedroom and a nice big super king bed over the top of the cab. So two couples could sleep in there or whatnot. But taking a whole family in an RV like mine does not work as well as a bunk bed RV. So in the past I've had a Class A Thor ACE, which stands for an A convertible to a C, which means it had a bed that folded down like a Class C above the driver's seat, and then it also had bunk beds in the hallway. So when we had our family and we had our kids, and we would take our kids to motorcycle and bike events, and we'd take other kids along with us, it was fantastic because they could sleep in the bunks. We had a bedroom in the back. Prior to that, I had a Class B Promaster van converted, and that is just a fun little run around, stop and camp in it kind of a vehicle. Really enjoyed that. Different completely from the Class A. Class A, we can drive somewhere, stop, park for a week or two and really enjoy it. The Class B, we couldn't camp in it more than a couple of nights on our way tripping somewhere, but it was really nice for that. Couldn't really sleep a family in it very easily at all. Prior to that, I had a toy hauler, a tow-behind trailer, 27 feet, where the back opens up and the beds all get out of the way, and we put our motorcycles and four-wheelers and things inside of it. That's fantastic for the family. We towed that behind a full-size truck. So the other thing is, what kind of travel experience do you want? If you have a family and you've got 3 kids and you stuff them in the back of a pickup truck, they are sitting there just scrunched like this as you drive the whole way. It's definitely not the same experience as putting the kids in a motorhome. We put them in our Class A motorhome, and they would sit down on the bed or sit down on the bench or sit down on the kitchen table. Still had seat belts, they could buckle up, but they could play Xbox, they could lay down. It's really easy to pull into a rest area in an RV, in a motorhome, and just walk in the back and go to the bathroom, walk in the back, open the fridge, get some food, grab a drink, have a meal, etc., things like that. So the Class A and Class C, Class Super C, driving them down the road is a great experience, a lot better experience than, say, a truck and a trailer. I haven't talked about the fifth wheel experience. I've never had a fifth wheel to camp in. I've often thought they would just get way too big and harder to pull, although I guess they're easier to pull than a bumper pull because of the way the fifth wheeler works. But then you go inside and you have steps that go up to the bed up front, and I've seen fifth wheeler toy haulers that are just really big yet really compartmentalized, and so it's like you take a huge amount of the living area and put the garage in it. So one thing to note about the Super C is, yeah, I would recommend it, but it's not inexpensive. It's a rig that costs a lot to drive around. It's a rig that costs a lot to purchase. It's a rig that costs a lot to maintain. If anything ever goes wrong with that engine, oh my goodness, that'd be, you know, it's a $25,000 engine, it's that great big huge Cummins. But then again, that's one of the real benefits and advantages and selling points of the Cummins Super C is it's going to last forever. I mean, it's a trucker proven semi-truck engine, and the semi-truck trucking industry drives them millions and millions of miles. So with mine driving at 100 miles here and there, 200 miles, 300 miles, this and that, I only have 18,000 miles on my RV or something anyway. It's going to last forever. The rest of the components on the RV are all very similar. The fridges, the seats, the water heaters and generators and things like that. But I will say the Super C, this Jayco Seneca I've got, is definitely on the higher end of being completely loaded. It's got inverters, big generator, it's got a big battery pack, it's got a big full-size electric fridge, all kinds of things like that in it. So I really like that about it. If you have other questions about the Super C or the just RVs in general, I love having these questions. Making this video was fun, so I hope it helps. And remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the road, and tell your mom.